does that mean to you after your performance the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's good. It's always nice to have some recognition and things like that. But it's just 1 week and 1 award, so there's a lot going forward that we still need to do, and I still need to do. So obviously satisfied, but there's more to be done. So
do you feel like, for lack of a better term, you're hot right now after the past couple of weeks that you've had and the goals you've been able to put up?
I mean, not yet, to be honest. No, not yet. For me, I think it's got to go on a longer streak than just 2 games and 1 goal each. So yeah, I definitely think there's more to be done. But it's definitely trending in the right direction. So.
Coming off the win, what was the locker room like? What was it like to just get your first win this season?
Yeah, it was great. Honestly, there's a lot of pressure, and those things, once you have a bunch of results that don't really go your way, a few ties at home and things like that, things start to creep in that you want to put to bed a little bit. So the fact that we were able to get the 3 points, especially on the road, was huge. The locker room was amped, everybody was hyped. So, good for the staff as well to get their first win. So, it was a really good feeling, and hopefully we can carry it into tomorrow and win as well.
It was a real gritty week for you guys. Going to Charlotte, then out to Vegas. I mean, how much closer did this, last couple of games here bring you guys together as a group, do you think?
It definitely brought us together a lot. It's, going on the road is pretty unique because, there's not really a whole lot to do. You spend a lot of time in the hotel. But, those times that we spent together, meals, team meals, things like that, brings people together, which is really good. So you start to learn things about, people that you didn't know before, and it's good because, that's how relationships are built.
Does it feel like there's a real collectiveness with this group? I mean, we see the stuff on social media, we see you guys palling around, but, we're not around you guys all the time. We don't see everything. So, from your perspective, and you've played other places before, what is the character of this locker room when it comes to guys meshing with each other?
I think it's, kind of a mesh of a lot of different groups. You have a lot of people from, different levels, different walks of life, all that kind of thing. And, I think that we really come together and kind of, joke about it. And, everybody's got different jokes, and, we have a good time. We laugh, obviously, which is good, see these guys more as their own family. So it's good to have a fun group of guys that, can just get together and, have a good laugh and hang out. And, that's all off the field stuff. So.
Stephen, you mentioned your family. There was just a really great post about you and kind of your journey through soccer so far. You mentioned a lot about how your family has influenced your game. What was it like for them seeing you score your first official USL League goal here with the team last week?
Yeah, they were really happy. My parents, obviously I talk to them, really frequently. So, just sharing with them some struggles throughout the year of, not getting the ball in an area to score a goal, and then finally to get the chances to do that, and have it pay off, was big for me, and they were really happy to see that it went my way, because after a few weeks you start to think what might happen if I don't score any goals and things like that. I start to have a little bit of doubts and stuff like that. So it's really was a huge relief to get some goals, and hopefully going forward, they can come to games and see me score in person.
Talking about what happened, this was a complete performance, I think, for the first time, not just for the W, but this team has been kind of a pendulum where there's weeks where there's no goals scored for or against, and then sometimes there's a lot of goals scored on both sides. For you as a wingback, you're involved in both sides of that. What changed for you differently in this game against Las Vegas?
So the weather played a big part in how we decided to approach the game, just because, the nature of us wanting to be aggressive and press high and, counter press when the ball turns over. It's really difficult to do that when it's, 90 plus degrees and, you've played 3 games in 1 week. So it was a little bit of the, the shift of the game plan and trying to find the balance of being able to go and being able to stay and be a little more reserved. So I think with that aspect, it helped me kind of conserve my energy, so that when I was able to go forward, I was, wasn't dealing with fatigue or, overly tired from doing the back and forth. So I think just having the energy to get myself in a good spot, obviously just, players on the team finding me with the ball. You know, that's the most important part. So
You've got the 2023 champions coming to town tomorrow. What's the game plan for you personally? What's on your mind as this team enters Rhode Island coming tomorrow?
just win, honestly. There's not much to it, to be honest. You know, defending champs or not, when we play here at home, we want to win. So that's it.
What stands out about them?
I think just their style of play. You know, they're a team that looks to possess the ball. They got some high quality players, and you know they like to keep possession and play a good style of soccer. So I think that's what stands out the most for them is just keeping track of who's dangerous and exploiting them in areas that we feel like we can.
How hard are these cross country trips? When you go talk about like when you fly to Vegas, they're flying out here. How much is that on the body?
It's tough. It's tough. The cross country trips are tough. Especially maybe flying out of a small airport like Providence and having to connect and things like that, layovers, deal with that kind of thing. It's a little difficult, but it's a part of the game. It's a part of being a pro, and regardless of the situation with travel, however many hours it takes, when the whistle blows, you got to go out there and do your job. So.